There's one key thing that all great leaders possess, and that's the ability to be self-critical and self-aware that they're not perfect, that they need to change, they need to adapt, they need to pivot to get better, to be more competitive in their markets. When we think that we are above it all, that we don't need to change, is the first step in us losing to the competition. We want to be always in a process of change, adaptation, and getting better with our business. Now, how do we do that? One way we can do it is to be open and actually encourage brutal honesty and absolute transparency with the teams that are around us, our own office, the mates that we work with, our staff that we work with, other folks that we're working with outside in the community. If you're at an agent level, you're going to be looking at your escrow officers, your lenders, your co-op agents, and asking them to be brutally honest with you. Now, here's a magic question to help you do this. And I learned this years ago from a top producer that I met who had taken her business from about $2 million a year to $10 million a year over about 2 years. And I said, what did you do to transform from 2 million to 10 million? And she says, I just started asking this key question after every closing, and it just opened my eyes to what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. And the key question was this: hey, listen, I'm working really hard to improve my business this year. I really want to get better at what I do. And I'm just asking everybody that's involved with me in a transaction to give me 2 specific ways that I could get better in the next transaction. And it's okay. You can be really honest with me. Be brutal. I want to hear it. Tell me the truth. 2 things I could do better. Now, she just isn't being vague. She's asking for something specific. She's dragging it out, and she's giving people permission to be brutally honest. When you do that, you are going to have people actually give you constructive advice. It's the difference between a waiter walking up to your table and saying, how was the food? And you say, it was okay. You're not going to ever say that. You're going to say it was fine, it was great. Instead, if that waiter walked up and said, hey, we're really trying to create the best restaurant in the city, and I really want you to be brutally honest, and just tell us 2 ways we could have improved your experience today, wouldn't you volunteer and say, well, you know what? The steak wasn't cooked quite right. It could have been salted a little bit more, or maybe that salad could have been delivered a little faster. Maybe you're going to be more honest. You probably will, because you've been given permission to be brutally honest. I'm going to challenge you to think about this in your business. Now, who are you going to ask this question of? Naturally, it'll be your clients, but you can go deeper and farther if you really want to go big on having self-improvement in the next 12 months. Start asking the escrow officers you're involved with and your lenders that you're involved with, and go 1 level deeper, and you'll be so respected in the industry. Start asking the other co-op agents you're working with. Ask them the question. Give them a call and say, hey, thank you for closing that transaction. I'm really trying to improve my business this year. I really want you to be brutal with me. Is there anything I could have done better? I'd love to hear 2 things I could have done better in that transaction to make it smoother for you. Just really be brutal. Tell me what I could do to be better in the next transaction. And let them tell you. Believe me, agents will rip you up if they get a chance, and they'll love to do it. So if you like what I'm telling you and you want to go deeper in transformation, I'm going to encourage you to check us out over at eRealEstateCoach.com. We've got a great system over there called the Path Performance Coaching. It's 16 straight weeks of coaching focused on lead generation. Then we take it further with 3 live coaching sessions every single week, 150 coaching sessions a year, and it's one of the most affordable coaching platforms in the country. We pair it with instant action downloads. We give you marketing assets every single week, and we have activity tracking software to make sure that when you set your goals, you're living up to them every single day. We'd love to see you check it out. First 2 weeks is free. Just go over there, hit the free trial, and then you can experience it and really take it out for a test drive. Hey, have a fantastic day. Good selling. We'll see you next time right here at eRealEstateCoach.com.